We're back.
Oh gosh.
Okay. All right. So they're saying, yes, I am bold in my content. I don't know. I guess I just.
Yeah, but it's just like you got to believe in what you stand for, and you believe in what you stand for. You just got to go out there and talk about it more. Like you just got to talk about, you got to lean in onto, I help homeschooling moms make money from home without having to go make money online without having to go get a job. Like you just share that, and you share these little bitty stories like that. Like I don't want to ever argue over a loaf of bread with my husband again. Like that one would probably hit well with many people.
Okay. All right. So definitely got to add the story part to that, the different stories, and just keep reiterating that I'm helping stay-at-home moms to have their own income without having to work a job and without having to answer what they spent money on. Because that's
Yeah,
some stressful goddamn mess, asking what I spent money on
yeah.
and going to the goddamn doctor's office and find out the
And
kids.
then when you say that
Crazy or
though, instead of
whatever.
going on, you only
Uh-huh.
need to agitate it a little bit.
Okay.
And then you come back and be like, let me ask you this question. If you could make 900 a week, just 900 a week, would that allow you to buy a loaf of bread without having to talk to your husband about it? Would that allow you to get your nails done without having to your husband question what the credit card says? If the answer is yes, I want to introduce you to this blueprint that I discovered that was a breath of fresh air because it has allowed me to have my own digital business that I can do from home around my kids, and I can get my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. That gives me 22 hours a day to homeschool my kids, do things for me, take care of the family, take care of the house, and not be pressured of having to have a job outside the home. And we actually have a blueprint that teaches you how to make 900 a day. I mean, 900 a day is 328,000 a year. What would your husband say if you started generating 328,000 a year around your kids, around your home, and had more time for you? That's it. That's you just, but to see how you agitate and then solution, then value, then CTA. That's all I did.
Agitate solution. I see, and I spend too much time on agitation because I get flashbacks and I go in it and I'm still in it. So, all right, agitation solution, CTA. Yes, that's what you said, right? Agitation solution.
And I don't say $900. Great point. I never say nine.
Oh,
I say 900 a day.
okay.
900 a day. Like take the
Thank you for that.
dollars out.
Okay.
Like, I said, how would 328,000? I do say $1,000 a year on that one though. I do, but I do say 900 a day. I don't say
Okay.
$900. I say 900 a year. What would about 900 a week? What would that do for you? I do say that. I don't ever say dollars. It's 900.
Okay. 900 a day. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you for that. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. There you go. You got this. You're an overthinker too. Stop overthinking it. Yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness, what is going on right now? Okay. Carrie.
Maybe we should have a module for us overthinkers.
Yes. Yeah.
How to do your content if you're an overthinker? Because I'm there
Actually,
too.
that's
Right?
actually good, you guys. You guys could do a series on YouTube or TikTok about that.
Yeah.
How to
for
grow an
sure.
online digital business as an overthinker.
I love that. I'm writing that down.
Me too.
Online biz as an overthinker. Yep. Because that's kind of where my question is stemming from, is because we have so many amazing people inside of our community. We have you, Michelle. We have all the other six-figure earners that do trainings. And it's easy for me to go down the rabbit hole of listening to everybody because they're doing so well. And I connect with them on a certain level for different
Can I
things.
help you relieve some of that?
Okay.
Remember, they all got there by following the steps in this blueprint.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, how do I get back to the basics again?
Yeah.
Like I get leads every day. I'm getting a sell a month right now, but I get 5 to 20 leads a day, depending between my content and live. So I'm getting leads. The conversions are not there yet in regards to like 1 out of 20, but I think it comes back for me to be able to how to get back to listening to me, the basics for me really to focus on, I guess, so I can maybe quiet the noise that's already in my head. You know what I mean? Because it's
So
since I
two
have so
things
many.
about if you're getting 20 leads a day and you're not converting, converting, two things could be going on. You're a lot in the awareness stage with your content, right? And this is a stage that they know they have a problem, but they don't know that there's a solution. So they're the looky-loo. So this could take months or even years to convert. Like, I love when somebody's like, I've been in your automations for 2 years and I just bought. I'm like, oh, they've been in the awareness stage for 2 years. Right? The
Yeah.
pain's just not enough for them to be serious. And there's a lot of people like that. So that could be
Yeah,
one
okay.
of the things, or your follow-up, right?
And a follow-up, I have the 30 emails. I've gone back in. I'm actually revamping them again right now to really have it match the message I'm doing on my lives, because that's where the majority of my leads are coming from. So I'm going back. I've gotten through half of them.
Cool.
Because that was something I think you might have mentioned to me. Going back through
Let me
that.
ask you this question as well. On your, are you sending weekly newsletters?
I send at least one, if not up to 4 emails a week.
Okay, so when you're looking at your newsletters, when you go into what is the open rate on the newsletter, and then what is the click rate?
Click rate. Yeah, I have anywhere from 25 to 42% on the open rate,
Mhm.
and the click rate is usually under 1%. I
Okay.
have like 2 to
Perfect.
6 people.
So that's what you need to fix. Your
Okay.
open rate is on point. So if you're getting that high of an open rate, that means it is going into the main inbox. Most of them are, right? Not
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
Like usually Yahoo or iCloud or
Even the .net or whatever, some people have like
yes,
the,
they
yeah.
usually don't, but that's okay. But the other ones are. So, but if your the click rate is low like that, what I
Mhm.
would do is you need to have a stronger hook in whatever they're clicking on.
Yeah, because usually what I do is it's the only thing they're able to click on is me telling them they can go to the program or to register for the webinar, or it's one of those things that I'm doing a clickable link on. So I guess
Let me ask you this question. So let's say you do a newsletter, right? And
Mhm.
you have you sending them to your ready page, right? To buy.
Correct.
What do you say to get them to click?
I'm trying to think because I change it up. I just actually sent one here.
Like
It's
some of my
usually
most
like, if
ones.
you're ready to, if I like, if I'm giving an example of maybe something I've made or somebody else in the community, I'm like, if they can do it as a regular stay-at-home mom working a few hours a day in the pockets of the day, so can you. What are you waiting for? You can grab your program here, and then I'll see you on the inside or something like that.
Okay. So try things like, imagine how different your summer would be if you could learn how to make even 900 a week over the summer, following a
Okay.
2-hour workday. How would that feel? Question mark. Click here.
Okay.
So ask questions, try to get a little bit more compassion and empathy with them. Like what it would
Okay.
be for them.
Yeah, I was trying to do like have ChatGPT help me and make them kind of shorter and sweeter. Having like when Mike had shared with me about my conversion rate is like the emails of making sure I'm seeking for them to feel understood. Right? Do they feel understood? So like kind of taking out some certain storytelling, right? So, and work on the compassion. Okay. And then for the content you mentioned, if I'm too heavy in the awareness, what would it look like for the consideration stage, like content? Like, would it be a different type of hook I'm starting with, or what I'm actually sharing in
You mean
the
in your
body?
videos or in your
In my
newsletter?
videos, well, I guess both.
Right. So awareness is like you're giving them awareness, right? You're not when you do consideration, they already know there's a problem, they know there's a solution. They just don't know what solution to pick. So this one, when you need to be more value and storytelling in there. Like that's like until I discovered this blueprint, and then you give them the light bulb moment of what you discovered in this blueprint. Like what was it for
Okay.
you? And then that's that they're like, yeah, I don't want to do tech. Yeah, I want to make 100% profit. Yeah, I want a done for me system. Yeah, I want a community of 53 other thousand people that are there to support me and mentor me. Yeah, how do I get that?
Okay. And I feel like I do that actually a lot in my content. So I talk about, 12 months ago, I found this step-by-step process that I've been following where I work 2 hours a day, pockets of my day. And here I am being able to see $900 days here and be able to stay home with my kids versus going back to a 9 to 5. You want to check out the blueprint follow. You need no following. You
Okay.
don't need to have any tech skills. Like that's kind of
Here's
what
what I would
say.
add. Okay, that's great. But in the middle of that,
Mm-hmm.
put them in it.
Okay, switch it from I to them. Yeah, so you,
Say, like, instead of like, imagine
okay,
if you could learn a marketing strategy, make 100% profit around your kids. I mean, what would an extra 900 a day do for you, or 900 a week? What would
okay.
that do for you? See, that's what I thought about when I discovered this. I'm like, wait, so I can get my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. Can you imagine getting your income earning activities done in 2 hours a day and have 22 hours in your day to do the things that you love?
Mhm.
How would that feel? What I
Okay.
want to do for you is I want to give you access to the Freedom Formula Blueprint. I want you to check it out. See if it's a fit for you. You will see how other moms just like you are able to master getting their income earning activities done in 2 hours a day and master this 900 blueprint. 900 a
Okay.
day is $328,000 a year. Would that change your life? If the answer is yes, put ready in the comments and let me get you those details. So do you see how I twist your story and add her in it?
Yeah, and you had more picture painting in there.
Yes, and can you imagine is so big. Because what do you do when you hear
Okay.
that?
You start to, yeah, you're doing it because again, you're doing what
You
someone's telling
immediately
you to
go
do,
to it.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Just
Okay.
like if like
So,
if somebody said, "Can you imagine if there was a snake by your foot?" What would you guys all do? You're gonna look down, right?
yeah,
And like, oh, I gotta check.
exactly.
Just,
So
it's just,
what
yeah.
what would you recommend like to focus on? Because for me, I tend to be again an overthinker, but I also tend to try to do everything at once.
Mhm.
So,
I mean, I think more videos like that, right? Just
okay.
you're saying the same, you're saying the right thing. You just got to twist it a little bit so they see themselves in it.
Okay.
You know, not just see you in it, but you gotta add them in your story, just kind of like what I did, right? I would do that, which
Okay.
is an easy fix. And then I
Yeah.
just would work on your newsletters to get that click rate up to 5%.
Okay.
Just work
Okay.
on some different
5%.
CPAs.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. And I can
And so
probably
what I
take some
would
of my
do, okay, this
videos.
is what I would do if I was you. I would go
Mhm.
grab like the last 5 of your CTAs. I would copy and paste them into ChatGPT and say, these did not convert. Give
Okay.
me 3 examples of that I can get to convert, add more compassion, add more empathy, be more heart-centered. My goal is to help a mom be able to launch her business and be able to start generating cash flow quickly so she can have the summer of her dreams. Create me
Okay.
3 that would speak to her. And then I
Okay.
would let him see the 3, then I would go, okay, create 3 more and add more empathy. Okay, create
Okay.
3 more and be more heart-centered. Okay, create 3 more and add more compassion. Then all of a sudden you have 12.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So take the last 3 or last 5 of my CTAs for my newsletters
Yeah,
and
just
turn
the
it
ones
into
that they
ChatGPT.
didn't click on, like that you're using.
Yeah. Okay.
Let chat
Okay.
chat
Okay.
GPT help you create, yeah, just a little bit stronger ones. Mhm.
Okay. And then test those out.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. You say Parissa? Is that how you say that? Parissa?
Carissa, yes. Hi,
All
how are
right.
you,
Hi.
Michelle?
How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. Michelle, as I'm listening to everybody, I'm listening to what you're saying. I think I know what my problem is. First of all, I'm not converting at all. Not forget converting. I'm not even getting engagement.
Okay.
So I think there's two reasons for that. Number one, I think I'm not quite clear on who that perfect audience of mine is or customer of mine is.
Okay.
I've dallied with going with the teachers because I'm a teacher. I have gone to the stay-at-home moms, thinking back at years ago when I was one. And then I thought, you know what? I have teenagers right now who are in college,
Mm.
and I have 3 college tuitions to pay. And
Mm.
I thought maybe that's the one that I should be focused on.
Mhm.
My other issue is that I have, first of all, when I was focused on the teachers, these little rascals, my students, have found my TikToks. And they keep making more and more accounts. I keep blocking them. They're like, Miss Banks, why are you blocking us? We're your biggest cheerleaders. Stop blocking us. But I have to block them because then they start, spreading it all over the school and everything.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that was one problem. So I keep finding myself editing myself and not being as easy. You know what I mean? With what I want to tell my cousins on there, and I don't know. I just feel like
Sure. You're being guarded. Yeah, you're being reserved. Yes, I get
yeah.
it. Mhm.
Although I have talked in many of my videos about all the businesses that I've started that I failed at,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that I finally found something that I 100% believe in.
Mhm.
So I have made videos like that, but
Okay,
I don't know.
cool.
I'm just
Yeah, I
not.
think a lot of your videos should literally be about, the pressure of putting 3 kids through college right now and, the tuition and things with that. And that's what I love about this blueprint, because it just gives me that extra cash flow coming in that I can put towards that. And if you're
Yeah.
listening to me right now and you want an extra cash flow coming in, let me share with you why I chose this blueprint. It was because I
Mhm.
can master getting my income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. When I get a customer, I don't got to get on the phone with anybody. I don't got to DM anybody. And when I get that customer, I make 100% profit. It's paid directly into my bank account. If you
Mhm.
love to learn this strategy that I'm following to help put my kids through college, just put blueprint in the comments and I'll get you the blueprint details. I would do videos like that. You're not talking about, your job or anything. You're literally talking about paying and supporting your kids.
Right, right. I think tonight this became a little bit more clear for me that that's what
Yes,
I
that's
should
it.
finally focus on. Yeah. I just, my daughter's, she follows me, and I just don't want to make her feel bad, like thinking, oh God, I'm putting all this pressure on my mom and everything, on my mom and dad. But I think I have to just let go of all that.
Yeah, you do have to let go of that, but I would create the video that I love that I can help my kids.
Mhm.
It's a privilege that I get to help them.
Mhm.
But
There you
I
go.
also want to help them more and I want to be able to do more. And that's why I love having this blueprint. So that cash flow can go there.
That's excellent.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden your daughter feels good because like, oh, my mom feels
That's
good.
excellent. I like that. And just last thing, I have not done any lives. I have only about maybe 1,100 followers.
Mhm.
And usually I get about anywhere between 150 to maybe 800 or 1,000 views. But I don't know if I should go live or if I should do several more videos first. And
Yeah, I would do several more videos, get kind of the flow of how you're going to talk
yeah.
about that. I would also create some content and pull up some of the stats of
Hmm.
what tuition costs,
That's a good idea.
everything, and just kind of educate people on that. And that's why you love helping them. Just, it's not that they can't afford it. It's just that why take it out of your budget if you don't have to?
Or take out loans and
Yeah,
having to,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I
I
love it.
appreciate it.
You got this. I do want to answer one question real quick. And I'm going to go back to the questions after I get all these. But somebody said it's hard to talk about them having success that I'm not having yet. Christina, everybody starts with no success. That would be like, I need to lose 50 pounds, but I'm not going to go to the gym because I need to lose 50 pounds. You don't lose 50 pounds unless you go to the gym, right? It's the same thing with business. Every single business starts with zero. Do you think Walmart opened the door and said, oh my gosh, I didn't get customers my first month and we're going backwards. I'm closing my doors. Like I can't even remember how many years it was before Walmart got in the black. Years. But they didn't think, oh, I can't open my doors today. Like I just got to get better. I just have to get better. Right? When I launched my business, I was not having success in network marketing. So I didn't come into this business with this amazing belief that I could do this. Matter of fact, I felt like I couldn't. I was like, oh my gosh. But I feared more being in the same place in 6 months. And I told people that I failed in network marketing. I was stressed. I was overwhelmed. I was trading time for dollars. This blueprint is a solution. I'm going to master digital marketing skills. I'm going to master making 100% profit around my family. I'm going to master this 2-hour workday so I have more time with my family. I'm going to master automations so I can make money when I'm sleeping. I can make money when I'm doing the things I love. I want to learn passive income. Nobody's taught me how to make passive income until I discovered this blueprint. So if you are ready to learn the skills that can completely transform your family's life, put ready in the comments. I created those over and over because I wasn't making money. I told the truth. And then I got my first customer and I remember doing that video and I'm like, holy crap, I got a customer from a complete stranger online. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm doing this. And then people are like, she's crazy, but I want to listen to her. Then I got another customer and I shared my excitement. You got to take people on your journey. Nobody's journey starts with massive success at the beginning. We all start with failure. You know what my mentor said to me when I set my goal for 2024 to be my first $1 million year? She goes, grab a piece of paper, Michelle, and put 1 through 24. She goes, I want you to fail 24 times because I can tell you right now, if you don't fail 24 times, you'll never make $1 million. And she goes, and you know what? You're going to start writing your failures down and you're going to look back and be like, that wasn't a failure. That was just my journey to success. I think I quit like after 4 failures because like, this is ridiculous. Why am I sweating the small stuff? Nothing in life that you have has come easy. Nothing. So why do we expect this to be easy, you guys? But everybody starts with no customers, no knowledge, no success, no email list. Everybody, take people on the journey. I was more relatable when I was that stress, overwhelmed mom. I was so much more relatable. When you guys are brand new, you're more relatable because you're talking to people that are right where you are. You can give them so much hope. You can help them make that decision quicker because they can relate and connect with that story immediately. So stop being so hard on yourself. All right, Jennifer.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello.
I've been getting some leads, not like as many as 20 per day, but I've had those days. My story is somewhat similar to Carrie, where the open rate on my newsletters is like less than 7%, and my click rate is like 0 point something.
Okay. So if the less than 7%, yeah, I would, again, you could be because you have a lot of people in awareness, right?
Mhm.
Because what happens is sometimes you're good enough getting that emotion that they put their email in, but they're still in that awareness stage. So then they don't even open their emails. I had one gal that was just that, and she would get on my lives every day. And I finally made a comment. I'm like, oh yeah, I just delete people that don't open my emails. And she's like, please don't delete me. I haven't had time to open your emails, but I am interested. That's somebody in the awareness stage, because somebody in the decision consideration stage, they're going to find time to open the emails, right? So I had to kind of change a little bit my content. So you might have a lot of people in that. So what I would do is the same advice that I gave Carrie. I would take some of your subject lines, right? And I would tell ChatGPT, hey, I'm at 7% with these subject lines. I want to get them to 20. How can you recreate these and make them more of a 20% conversion based off of XYZ, say who your perfect customer is, and have them create that. And the same thing with your hooks or the your CTAs in there to get them to click. And I would really look at your content, making sure you're not heavy in this, and you kind of try to create more content in these.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and keep track of it because we're going to be obviously tracking that. So, okay. All right. Bastia, how are you? School's out, right? School's out.
No, good
Oh,
night,
no.
everybody. No. That's why I'm glad we're having this session tonight, because normally in the day I was like, I want to be on Legacy Builder, but I can't get there at 12 o'clock. I gotta go look after my children anyway. But I'm happy to be here. My question is, I've been asking my question this all the time, myself this all the time, and that's why I'm asking you tonight. How can I have a little more clarity to improve my content, my videos, and get more leads daily? So that's what I've been asking myself consistently. Vashti, what can I do to help me to improve my videos and get more leads in my content? This year has been a little low for me, so I just want to, that's what I've been asking myself, Michelle, and that's what I need clarity on so that I can just change things for me.
And so low because you're not consistent, or low because why? Let's go there first.
Honestly, I think maybe I'm still not as consistent. Let me tell you, if you don't mind, what has been happening to me. So I find that sometimes when I look at my content and I see 200, I'm trying to work on that, okay? And I see 200 to 300 views, that affects me. I know
Okay,
that's
let's
not
stop
right.
right there, okay?
Right.
Because you got to change the story you're telling yourself. You're
Yeah.
setting yourself up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about you that you have a block that
Mm.
you're blocking yourself from success. Because me, when I first started creating content, I'd get 5 views. I'd be like, holy crap, that's awesome. That's 5 complete strangers.
Yes.
And when I would get 50 views, I'd be like, yes, I can't imagine having 50 people in my house. And if I got 200 views, man, me and my granddaughter, we were dancing. I was like, 200 complete strangers watched my video. I'm not even good enough for them to watch it. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I set myself up for success. Because I knew the person I was on September 10th of 2022 when I launched my business. I knew that person was never getting to 6 figures. Definitely never going to make $1 million. I had to become the person. So I had to manage my mind and watch what I said, because everything I say is sabotaging my success or creating my success.
I agree with you. I think I've been
So
telling myself that a lot.
that's why I had you guys last year create a doubt jar.
Yeah.
And every time you had doubt creep in, write it on a piece of paper, fold it up, put it in the doubt jar and say, not this year, because that will not serve you.
Yeah.
It will not serve you. It is never about views.
Mm-hmm.
It is never about views. It is always about engagement and followers. If you can get it, I would rather have 50 views and people follow and engage in my content than 5,000 views and nothing.
Yeah.
See, there's something though that you gotta, like a rejection or failure that you've had in your life that you're correlating back to that. And it's bringing that up like, oh, this is just the cards I get. This is what I've dealt with in the past. And you're not allowing yourself to have success. You're not allowing, you don't feel like you're worthy of it. So you're self-sabotaging that by getting stuck on feeling like that. That's what we need to release and break.
I agree. And I've been thinking about it. Like, I know I can't do it. I know it's not you can do it, but somehow I still have not been able to figure it out yet. I don't know what it is. But that's my challenge. And I'm just figuring like, okay, what can I change? That's what I've been asking myself.
Instead of because again, you're about you. Instead of what can I change, who can I serve today?
Yeah.
It's all about serving. Become heart-centered with your content. And see, when you're worried about views, worried about this, worried about that, you're not worried about the person life that you're going to impact. I just showed up every day as the hope dealer. I was like, I hope today that they see a different perspective. I hope today that they see that they too can learn these skills. I hope. I just showed up as the hope dealer. I didn't care how I looked, how I sounded. I didn't care. I just cared about them. I didn't care about the views. I cared about them. Now I would be like, okay, you need to step it up so you can help more people. I did say that to me, right? That was just to push me to more success, but I wouldn't focus on the views. It was just about me to help people.
Yeah.
How can I make them feel safer? I think when you take you out of it and because you are a teacher, so you are a nurturer at heart. So think about that. Like you show up for your students every day. Start showing up for the people in the digital space, those lives that you're going to change. You know, there is not like, I remember having food poisoning in Mexico. I drank the water. I don't know, I guess you don't think things like that are going to happen, and they do. And I went live still. And everybody was telling me to get off my live. And I was like, no, I've committed to showing up no matter what. And they were like, get off the live. Like I was, pale, and they could tell I was about ready to throw up again. But my point is because it wasn't about me. I didn't care how I felt. I didn't care how I looked. I cared about showing up on that live, because what if one parent seen my live and they took action with that live and they became a 6-figure earner 4 or 6 or 8 months or even 3 years later? But what if I wouldn't have shown up that day? Because that hits my mind all the time. You guys, if I wouldn't have shown up every day, there wouldn't be 109 families that are free because I showed up. You know how many people you can have free because you decide to show up and make that impact? And that's what it's about. Just serve people. And you're already good at that because you're a teacher.
Thank you.
Mhm. You got this. So when's school out?
The 11th of July.
Not till July? Really? So when do you go back?
1st of September.
Oh, so you guys don't have as long of a spring break or summer.
No, it just changed actually. It just changed. So we're into next week is test time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
exams and stuff. That so anyway, but I am on a mission. I am determined to get this done. I don't care how long it takes, but
You
it's
gotta
gonna get
just go
done.
serve people. Take your serving heart and become heart-centered and just go out there and think about people and you're gonna do great.
Thank you. I'm at it.
Yes, you got this. Woohoo! All right, Justina.
Hello. Okay, can you hear me now?
Great.
I sound like Delos. For Vashti, what I've found that's been helping me because I haven't had my first sale. I love going into the community and looking at people who are successful now, who maybe for 3 or 4 months, like Tim's story, and that just fuels me because I'm like, we all love the underdog story, and it's just like I'm gonna wear that like when I get my first sale, like wear like a badge of honor. So
Yes.
so having that, being able to plug into the wins, oh my God, priceless, priceless.
And I love that, right? Because yeah, and I show that story all the time. I mean, 10, 3 months.
Yeah.
And most people quit. And I'm like, what if they would have had success like Tim? 3 months without a sale, and now he's at $500,000.
I know, it's remarkable.
Yeah.
It is. It
Oh.
is. So mine, I guess, is a little bit more of a technical issue because I'm brand new to TikTok. I don't have, I can't put my link in just yet, but I
Okay.
am able to go live, and I just went live, I think, a week and a change ago. I think in one of the videos of yours, you said to kind of get rid of whoever is not your ideal customer. And let's say 2 weeks and a half ago, I did just that. But I was down to like 50. I was told by someone else, don't do that, don't do that. I'm like, okay, well, it's done now. Just, onward and upward. But almost immediately after, I started getting incredible engagement. Like
Yes.
it just took off. Like I was getting, because I don't have a link, I think a couple days I got 2 or 3 leads a day in, System.io. And I'm like, okay, obviously for people to go out of their way, I'm doing
Mhm.
something right. So I was really excited
Yes.
about that. And then like the Thursday evening, it just dropped. Like I was addicted to looking at my phone and seeing new leads and stuff. And it just dropped. I said, okay, it's Thursday night. I'll check in the morning. Everything will be just fine. And it really slowed down. And it's
Okay, so
continued to
that's an
slow
indication
down.
that you had one video that did good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I
Well,
recommend.
actually, I had a few.
Okay.
That took, yeah.
So here's what I recommend.
Mhm.
Go back to those videos that did and just continue to recreate them over and over again.
I have been trying
Yeah.
to.
And it will hit again. But here's
Yeah.
something else I want to share
Yeah.
with you.
Sure.
When I was new to TikTok, you had to have 1,000
Mhm.
followers before you could put a link in. I don't know if it's still the
Yeah,
same.
no, that's still the case. That's why I can't
So
do
what
that.
I did is I went into my profile
Mhm.
and I just said, get the 6-figure blueprint. And I did the leak emoji and I just typed in my website.
It won't let me put that little link thing, but I do have my domain in there. I don't know why. It kept like every time I tried to update it, they would just block me.
Oh,
I was like,
maybe
no,
it's
you
too
can't. You
many,
can't.
maybe
No,
too.
it was specifically saying that. But I do have my website on there though, and I have it everywhere. In fact, ChatGPT said to use it as part of my name, so I've got it plastered everywhere.
Oh,
And
okay.
even in when I do not a pinned comment, because I still can't do that, I put in like one comment at the beginning, and I'll put it wherever I can, even towards the end of my videos. I'll have it, on the top. Like for
Okay.
more information, go there. So I'm putting it everywhere I can physically put in.
Okay,
But
good.
it's really slowed down in almost 2 weeks. And I was like, okay, what am I missing? So
Yeah, I mean, I have that link emoji, so yeah, that's weird. I use it every day, so that is really interesting. But I mean, all it is, and that's normal. Like the month, I had 1 month, I had 2 videos do good. And so I just try to recreate those videos over and over again. And again, I didn't overthink it.
yeah.
So just start serving more instead of like, how can my videos work? No, how can
Well,
you?
no, I was wondering if it would behoove me to try to allow like more followers, because right now I got it back up to 280. So I'm still a far cry from having the 1,000. So I'm like, do I leave it alone and let it
So
keep
are
going,
you
or do I clean
following
it?
them back?
Some of them.
Okay. I don't follow anybody back unless they ask me to follow them.
Okay.
And so, and everybody I follow is 100% of the people inside the community.
Okay.
So I don't ever just follow a complete stranger at all.
Okay. Well, I literally just started doing that the past 2 days because I was just like, I'm trying to find other ways to work it. But I'm at 280 followers and I'm only following 95. And I
Okay.
could probably remove a couple of those tonight, you know, that
Yeah.
don't serve
But
me.
let me
So
kind of give you perspective here.
I know. You're flexing on me, I know.
I'm just telling you. I have 125,800 followers and I only follow 327,000 people or
Yeah,
327 people.
yeah. I just thought that
So,
would
you
help
know,
with
so,
certain
so
people.
don't
So
be so caught up on following people,
yeah,
as much as just creating the content.
yeah.
Just creating the content. I didn't block anybody unless they made a comment and I know they weren't my customer.
Okay.
I've never gone through my list of followers. I base it off of what they say.
Okay. Yeah.
And
And
it's not
I've had
because
one or
they
two
hurt my feelings or anything. It was just
yeah.
because I knew they were my perfect customer. And when you're newer,
Hmm.
it's so important to not let the wrong people in, because the tighter you can keep them, the more your content's going to get pushed out there more and go more viral.
Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, you got this. Yeah, it will happen. It will happen. All right. Now, do you say Tanya or Tanya?
Tanya. Hi, Michelle.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
Good. Well, I'm glad that last gal was talking about this because, okay, so I started in March and I already had a TikTok account. I had 400 followers. And instead of starting a new account, I went in, delete, 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 delete.
Mhm,
It completely screwed up my algorithm.
mhm,
Is
mhm.
it worth me fighting back, trying to get back on track with the algorithm on that account, or just say skip it and get a new account?
I
Because
mean,
it's been slow going.
so let me ask you this. Here's how I can answer this. So how long have you had that TikTok account?
A couple years.
And what were you like posting on it before?
Everything, from
Yeah, new
dogs to
account.
horses to skies to
New account.
water.
Yeah, new account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep that as for fun, for searching and Googling and keep that as your fun account, right?
Okay.
In your scroll account, and just create another account strictly business.
Yeah, because I certainly didn't realize how sensitive the algorithms are.
You're so
I have
silly.
since learned.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Uh-huh. You're welcome. All right. Oops, Miriam? Hmm. Hello. How are you?
Hey, gorgeous. How are you?
Good.
I'm I'm alive here. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you so much for everything that you do. Everybody is so grateful for your existence, but I am grateful that you show up for me. I feel like it's for me
Oh, well,
every
good,
single day.
because it is.
So I'm grateful for that. Thank you. Okay, and just I do. Okay, so I'm a single mom that lives with multiple disabilities. Um, I'm on survival mode every single day of my life. So just creating the content has been it's sort of hard just in the fact that I am always so emotional and in so much pain that it's just like my emotions get the best of me. So I do sometimes I just put like pictures and do like little scripts and stuff, and I do chat GPT. So I've been posting doing the 3 day post a day. It's been about 50 days for sure. I've been in the community since February 21st. I haven't had any sales yet, but my content does get seen. I have about 123 followers, and most of my videos get about 100 views every day
Mhm.
when I post. I just don't get any comments on it. Very rare that I get some. I think right now, so far since I started, I've only had like 10 leads. And I just started doing the newsletters for the webinars last week. So I just kind of wanted to see what else can I do to improve. I feel like I already kind of sort of have the answers. It's hard for me so I basically cater to single moms you know, that are struggling with making ends meet. And some days I get very shy about speaking about the disability just because it kind of sort of triggers me a lot to speak
Yeah, I
about
can help you.
what is the reason that, you know.
But what
And
I would
but yeah, I
do
just
is-
wanted to see what else can I do.
This is what I would recommend. And this is what I used to do when I was
Yeah.
new. I would batch create content. So every Sunday I look at all my stats and then I go through like what videos did the best and I will just recreate them again, you know, different outfit, maybe different background. I'll just try to say almost the same thing that I said before, maybe change the hook up a little bit. But what I would do is I literally had 21 video topics wrote down. And I would literally bring 7 shirts into my office and I would create 3 videos, change my shirt, 3 videos, change my shirt. Now, what I would recommend for you is you only creating 14 videos and 7 are going to be a 5-second video that would be B-roll, right? Like this. This is what I'd recommend for you. Let me see. Well, I actually recommend this for everybody, but you do like a 30-second video, a 5-second video with the trending sound, right? A 5-second video with the trending sound, and then like your 1-minute video. But if you could just get those all done ahead of time, just are you doing TikTok? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm doing TikTok. It's a brand new account. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would literally just record it, put it in your TikTok drafts, record it. That's what I used to do. Here's the interesting thing. The first 4 videos took the longest. Then after that, I was out of my head, I was in my heart, and I could flow and get those other videos done. I literally could get all 21 videos done in less than 2 hours.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
recommend it, right? And then that way, on the days that you have pain, you don't got to do videos. You got them in your drafts. Like right now, look at this. I have 31 videos saved in drafts. 31. I always have backup.
Okay.
I don't remember the last time I've created 3 videos
Okay.
in one day because I have all this in backup.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think of what would be just the comments on the videos? I have very little. I post every single day, like videos and stuff.
Are you, you're kind of cutting out, my friend. I can't really hear you. Are you plugging into the Freedom Sprint, the 90-day Freedom Sprint? Because I gave,
yeah.
okay, because I gave you that how to create
one.
your content calendar. I would go use that and create your 30-day content calendar that gives you 90 videos. And then you can use that. That's what I would do.
Okay, perfect. So just use that one. I was using like, I guess the third one that you did. I was actually writing it down and I was able to just kind of go from there exactly like how, let's see, where am I? Right. So like every post and I would write like the hook and the relate and
Love
then the
it.
value.
Yes,
You know
good.
what I mean? So I've been doing that every day. You know, just I guess I just feel like because I haven't had any sales that I'm not doing the things right, but I sort of got, I'm like, I try to follow everything step by step because I am an overthinker too. So I hate to.
I want to give you,
Yeah.
I want to give you, and you guys, this is for all of you on here. I want to give you this gal's name. You don't got to pay money to learn how to get trending songs. You guys got to stop that stuff. Like, holy cow, just follow this lady for free. I get all my trending songs from her. They work. Let me just put it in here. It's on TikTok. Follow her. She tells you. Oh, wait, that's not going to do it. NIKI.PU. Oh, wait, PULS. Is that how? Oh, wait. I'll show it to you just a minute. Let me make sure. Nikki. Okay, follow her right here. Oh my gosh, I just put it in, but a lot of comments will do. This is her right here. Screenshot this.
Okay, one second.
Wait,
I'll take a
yeah,
picture of it,
screenshot.
because-
Hold on, there you go. You guys screenshot that. But it's that Nikki.PULS on TikTok. But you guys, like, she tells you, like, trending alert. She'll tell you what to
Okay, let
do.
me, okay,
Yeah, she'll tell you
Nikki, what,
to
I'm
do.
sorry?
Yeah, right here. I put it in the chat if you see it.
Let me grab it. No, I didn't see it.
NIK.PULS. I put it in there. You might have to scroll up a minute, but you guys, she tells you what trending songs to use. So use these 5-second videos, go to her channel, Click on what trending song, add that. Like, it's that simple. Don't make it harder than that. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah,
Right. Oh, got it.
I would
Perfect.
do
Thank you
that.
so
So
much,
do
Madam
that for your
President.
5-second songs. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, definitely follow her
Thank
so
you
you're
so-
notified when she does a trending song. Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much,
Awesome.
love.
You got this. Oh, and one other thing, share your story. Share your story. And here's what I mean by that. Like, literally, if I was having a day where I was dealing with pain, I would create that video. I'd be like, this might not be a normal video that you're used to hearing from me, but today's the day I'm dealing with pain. But because this is the freedom for my family, I'm showing up for you today because I just want to be your hope dealer today. So if you want to get access to my Freedom Formula Blueprint, just put blueprint in the comments and I'll get back with you and I'll get you access to that blueprint. But if you're having one of those days as well, just go rest. I'm going to go do it right now. Thanks for listening. I would create it. I'd be gone. Those are the videos that people are going to fall in love with you because you're real. You're real. Just go be real, you guys. Go be you. I can promise those work the best. You're having a bad day, like that could be a 12-second video that you talked in from your heart and did a strong CTA and you were out. Like those worked so well. So, all right. Amelia, how are you?
I'm good. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Hi, Michelle. So I actually joined this because of health issues too. Um, I went to school to be a teacher, and my health, the more I worked outside the home, the worse my health became. Autoimmune stuff. So I actually, part of the reason I wanted to make money, I want to be able to afford good vitamins, good nutrition.
Right, exactly. There's your video right there.
So my question, I have two questions. They're real quick. First one, on TikTok, I've only been on for 2 months, but I love it. And my question is, I've been struggling to get that third video out. I've do two, but I've been
Okay.
struggling with that third because I'm trying to figure out the time space to post, how much time to leave, because I love scheduling. I love that you can do that. But I'm trying, what is your recommendation on how much time should I leave between each one when I schedule them to post? Like 2 hours, 3 hours? Like, what would you recommend?
It doesn't matter. It's just that you're consistent with posting. Honestly, it's really all that matters. I would give it at least a gap of an hour, and here's why. And it wasn't like this years ago or a year ago or even 2 years ago, but it's like this now, and that could change next month. We don't know. But if you post them too quick back to back, they will compete with each other in the algorithms. And so one could do better and then they'll push the other one down. So, but after about an hour to hour and a half, they won't compete with each other in the algorithm. So if you wanted to post one at, depends on your audience. Like I go after morning people. I do everything in the morning. Like everything is done. I very rarely post in the evening. I never go late. Like evening people on TikTok would not know me. Because you think about this, we all have our patterns. Your audience has patterns as well. So I like posted one first thing in the morning, like 7 o'clock, I'll post one, which is typically a repurposed out of my thing. And then I'll post my next one usually around 10 and then my other one around noon. And then I'm done because I love being done and not have to think about work after noon. That's just me, right? So you just pick your time and you just stick to those times.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
And I just have one last question, and then this is it. And this might be more in mindset, but you can tell me what you think. I'm trying to find like a good balance of how much I check this thing because I sometimes I get I am getting comments
What do you mean by checking it?
like I just get I have I'm responding to people's comments and interacting with them, checking my emails, and I just sometimes feel like this is attached to my hip.
Right. And you got to stop that because that's not the goal.
And I'm trying to figure out how to
You should
help
spend money
myself.
creating your 3 pieces, right? 30 minutes in free ads and then 30 minutes responding to comments and emails. Divide that into 10 minutes at a time. So I will do that in the morning And
Okay.
then I will do that, like if when I used to cook my granddaughter before she was in grade school or kindergarten, I would cook her lunch every day. So while I was cooking her lunch, I would check it again and spend my other 10 minutes. And then I would do one more 10-minute in the evening and I would set my alarm.
Okay.
And when that 10 minutes was up, I'm off.
Be more strict with myself. Okay.
Yes, be more. You have to. If not, it's like you just feel like you're always on it, and that's not the goal.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got this. All right, Monica.
Oh, hi, Michelle. Well, thank you so much.
Hello.
I'm excited to be here. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I hope your mom is also recovering. Yeah, but okay, let's go to the. I have a very, I don't know what happened with my numbers, but they lowered a lot. My page views are like crashing, so like really bad. But at the same time, it's funny because people is commenting, is engaging with me, but was not happening in the past.
So your
So
numbers, so you're saying your numbers on social media are lower?
yes, like really, really, really bad. Like really bad. Like zero leads, like a couple of leads, like really bad.
Okay,
So I am
so
sure I'm not doing something
go
wrong.
back into when this is an easy fix, right? So if you've had times that your content was getting more views, go back to that time, watch those videos, and ask yourself, what was I doing then that I'm not doing now? And go back and do more of that.
Okay. What I have been thinking is that maybe I am trying to be
I know, but I don't want you to think about it. That's the problem. Because you're thinking based on your emotions. There's no money made in that. Go to the data. Because the data doesn't lie. The data is not made because of how you feel. The data is made based on the data, right? That's why people get so overwhelmed in this business. They're afraid to go look at the data and make the decisions off the data. So just go back to when you were getting leads and getting engagement and look at that content and just, you got to be honest with yourself and be like, what's different then than is now? And how can I get back there? Because again, I'm hearing about you, not your customer or your potential customer, right? That's been the biggest common thing, you guys, I've noticed tonight. You guys are so all about you. That's the problem. I was never about me. I was like, how can I serve? How can I help more people? How can I show up as a better version of me for her, for Emily? How can I be a better server? How can I serve Emily better today? How can I make sure Emily's son has a completely different future? What can I do today to deliver the value to Emily where she wants to buy from me? And that's how I literally, well, I still do that to this day. I literally think every day.
I try to be like that. Like I try to be a servant leader, and yeah, and I try to engage with people in my newsletters. I try to be there and ask them what they need, how I can serve them, how I can help them.
Yeah, but that's not what you ask. You just go deliver that content out there to where they're like, oh my gosh, where's she been my entire life? Like that's just what you got to do, right? But you're so stuck in what's not working. And as long as you focus on what's not working, that's what you're going to get more of. There's no way. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way that you can talk about what's not working, that's not working, and create a piece of content that works. Our mind, nobody can do that. You gotta prime your mind for success. I don't even know what's not working, but I can tell you what is working because that's all I focus on. But I can also tell you about 80% of my videos don't work. Probably 90, but the 10% do made me millions. But y'all are focused on what don't work. I just focus on what does work and I just create more of them. Because that's just the person that I need to show up as for my customers. You get more what you think about. Be careful what goes through your mind.
Great. And I have here a comment to make that I've been analyzing a little bit. I really like YouTube, and I have not worked too much on YouTube. Based on my training, video training, all the shorts and longs, I connect a lot with. Sorry for that. I connect a lot with YouTube. But sorry for that. It's calling. Oh no. Yeah, with YouTube. I'm so sorry. And what I've been seeing is that people is connecting with me more on YouTube than other platforms, even though I'm very new on YouTube. So I was thinking about maybe like pivoting, or maybe I'm
I
too
would never
impatient. So I'm
pivot.
not
I
sure
would do
what I
both.
should.
I would never pivot. I would do both. YouTube, the algorithms are really changing, but it's still the longer game on YouTube. But there's a lot of money to be made on YouTube. I would do both. I would literally, I would take the time to do 1 5-minute YouTube video a week. And I would cut that down into shorts. You can use those shorts on your other short form video that you're, TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, whatever you're using. And then you can add those shorts to YouTube as well and connect it back to your long form. I would do that. And it's amazing. Like, it's amazing, but I wouldn't quit doing what's been working. That don't make any sense.
Okay, great, great. I mean, about doing this repurpose, yes or no? Shouldn't we? Because I don't want to use it.
I
How
do it
much
all.
would you recommend?
I do
You
it all.
do it. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I just do it. Okay, thank you. Love you.
Got this. Got this. Don't overthink it. I think I just need to do a video about overthinking. Hey, Tanya, how are you?
I'm awesome, friend. How are you?
Fantastic.
I just want to share real quick because my question is going to be super simple, but I literally posted a video that had 5 views, you guys, because we all had the mess with that. But I got 3 people in my funnel. And then 3 days later, I got a sale. Stop focusing on your views, guys. We don't need more than 1. If 1 person visited your video, you had the chance to make the sale. Check your content. That's all I have to say about that. My question here is my webinar emails. So I've been trying to work with them a little bit. Of course, I always go in and do the ones that you guys provide. And then I kind of, I always put hello friends because that's me. And obviously I always put my name. But I've noticed I'm not really getting more than 1 to 2 clicks on it. What more can we change on it without messing it? Because I know you said that,
Well,
you
because
guys.
you're building your brand, right? So you know who your audience is. Me, if I was you, I would take every single one of those emails, put it into your ChatGPT, and I would say, recreate this for my perfect customer.
So, okay, perfect.
would.
That's all I need to know.
You know who yours is. And so does your
Yes, ma'am.
ChatGPT. That's what I would do. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Keep me posted on that.
Will
I
do.
think you're gonna see huge results. Yeah. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. All right, Christine. I about said Christine's iPad. Oh, is she with us? Let me try again. Oh, maybe she had to go do something. Okay, we will come back. We'll go to Jamie.
Hi.
Hello.
I just had a question. You keep talking about repurposing your post. What analytics do you use to repurpose your post? And then, of course, just looking at the content.
Okay, so I don't like what I mean by repurpose is like I will I'm showing you this way. So in our mine's already gone for the day, but when you go into your inbox, TikTok shows you content that you did a year ago. But they only show the ones that they think your audience at this time would be listening to.
Okay.
Right? And so I will use that a lot, one of them, or I'll save it into my drafts for later if I want to use it again. So I will repurpose them. But I will look at a video that did really good and I will just recreate it. I'll just kind of listen to it, what I talked about. I'll just go make another video just like it, maybe change the hook a little bit.
Okay. And how many hashtags do you use for each post?
I like to use around 5.
Is that best?
The same. And then the other 3, I like to change up a little bit.
I just posted a video yesterday. And I was just shocked with how many people had viewed it, but no leads, no comments.
Okay, let me ask you this question. How long was the video?
probably about a minute. It was talking about crying in the shower. I'm gonna cry myself. How many times have you cried in the shower and the water's so hot that you blame the hot water for your face for being red because of so much debt that you're in, or because you can't pay for your son or daughter's sports, or
Wow,
yeah.
that's good. That's good. So
At over 500 views, I'm like, okay, but what am I missing?
yeah, but sometimes when you do videos like that, that's a like, oh,
Mhm.
that hurt, right? But they need that. And then, but then if you're consistent with your other videos, you're going to show up in their For You page again, or their news feed again, and then they're going to see you again because you planted the seed with that.
Mhm.
As long as you continue to show up every day. I always look at it this way, like you have digital real estate. You're just, your social media is just digital real estate that you're just planting out there. And you never know when it's going to make you money, but you know it will make you money as long as you don't quit. And so kind of look at it that way. Like, to me, that is one that you need to create more of.
Yeah. Even being a truck driver's wife, you know, my husband's a truck driver. He's not over the road, but I'm second generation of having a spouse as a truck driver. And it's not easy. It's not easy to be the mom and the dad at the same time. It's not easy to answer for everybody. You know, it's not easy to explain to your son the way of life, and then your daughter, and how to actually be, it's not easy to be the mom and dad. I grew up with that with my mom. You know, she was always the mom and dad. But even myself, my husband's local. He travels local. My dad was over the road. It's a big difference, but at the same time, it's not easy. So that was another video I did. So I'm just trying to, I don't know if I wanted to say like mesh the two together because they relate. Because I am standing in the shower at least once a week because my husband, he works long hours, and yet we gotta rob Peter to pay Paul. So
that's your video right there. Like, I am doing this. I am learning in the digital space because my husband works all the time. He makes sacrifices, and we're still robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah. And he gets depressed.
Yeah.
Even on the weekends, what do? He stays in the bed all day long because he's so depressed because we don't have the money to do stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, those are just the videos, but then you need to show people that there's a way out, right? Because sometimes we can create content, you're like, oh my gosh, that is my life. But you want to agitate, and then you want to show them what is available out there. Then they're like, oh my gosh, where's she been my entire life? I needed to hear this. I love her.
That's where I get stuck at.
Right. So little bit less of your story and more like, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm sharing this with you, because I'm changing my family's life. And I knew a job wasn't going to do it for me. So I'm entering into the digital space. Yeah, it's scary. Yeah, it's new. No, I don't like tech, or whatever the things that you would say.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
I'm ready to have my husband not be sad and disappointed on the weekend. I'm ready to do things as a family. So if that's you, and if you're ready to have more money and more time and do things over the weekend, just put ready in the comments and let me get you access to the Freedom Formula Blueprint. Check it out. If you're interested, I would love to help you. If you're not, at least you had the courage to check it out and just create more content like that.
I need to hold that clip. I have to go back and record that clip.
And something else I'd recommend, and this is for all of you, but if you guys type in Creator Search Insights, it will tell you based off of what your customers are searching, or potential customers are searching, or your followers. Here's what I love about it. So passive, well, okay, how to earn money legit. Now here's the interesting, if you use this, you got to say it exactly the way they say it, because that's what will work. But anyway, watch this. I'm going to click on this. If you go here, because you're asking about hashtags, they give you hashtag ideas too.
Okay, perfect.
Those videos are really good. I try to do at least 5 to 6 of them a week.
So the creator search insight. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Glad you're here. You got this.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Savannah.
Hi. That was a little unexpected. Sorry, I'm hanging out in the playroom.
Oh, I love that.
I started my business in September. Launched it fresh postpartum. Was not in the headspace to actually really be consistent with it. And in May, I started being more consistent, posting 3 times a day, really plugging into the community, plugging into the program. And this call has been so helpful for me. I just appreciate it very much. Okay. Can you elaborate on the consideration stage and the decision stage content? I think I get it, but I just could use a little extra push.
So like, yeah, so the consideration stage is, okay, they know they have a problem and they know there's a solution, but why you? They know there's a solution, so why should they buy from you?
Gotcha.
This is stories, kind of a little bit more stories. Like, I think what you just said was great. So I launched my business postpartum and I just wasn't ready. Learning a lot as a mom, relatability right there. You pull people in with that. So in May, I've started building my business again. And this is what I'm loving about building a business as a mom in the digital space. I'm leaning in. If I'm a mom, I'm totally listening to that. That is in the consideration because they already know that they have a problem and there's solutions, but you just related to the other people that have maybe thought about it or tried something and didn't do anything or didn't have success. And then your story and why this. Like me with the blueprint, it was, oh my gosh, the blueprint was such a breath of fresh air for me because I don't like tech and it was a done for you system. I was sick and tired of doing network marketing, making a small percent. This I make 100%. See, this is all why. Why? You know?
Gotcha.
That's that consideration. You're stacking the wins. You get to be part of a community of 53,000. You get live interactive calls, right? So that is in the consideration. Decision, they're ready. They just need to know the next step. Okay, so when you get started today, there's actually a legacy builder call tomorrow where you get to be on with the founder, and she actually puts us in what's called a breakout rooms. These calls would just help you compress time and learn quicker so you can make money quicker. So when you get started today, you're going to get access to that tomorrow. That is the urgency. That is the decision. Let's go. One that I use, and this is something to use with the webinars that we do, right? Like I will do my content. I'll be like, we have a free webinar coming up Wednesday. Now, here's the thing. You have 2 choices on this webinar. So when I say you have 2 choices, right now I'm talking to consideration and decision stage at once, okay? You have 2 choices. One, this is consideration stage. One, you can get on the webinar and you can get all the details. Or 2, you can get started today, get your system set up so you can also get on the webinar, but also invite people to the webinar so you can learn and earn at the same time. Matter of fact, about 50% of the people that show up purchase. So let's say I help you invite 4 people to get started. That's $1,800 you can make on Wednesday when you don't even know anything yet. What makes more sense to you? Getting on to learn or getting on to learn and earn? See, that's
good.
That's talking to both, right? But then I'm going heavy with the decision. But that's kind of more the decision stage. You're adding that urgency of why they need to take action now. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, thank you for asking. Love it. All right, Steph. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me. And thanks for all this information. It's so good. Okay, so my question is about my conversion rate in my system. And this is kind of already answered. So I just want to make sure that I'm understanding a little bit better. So I've been in since the beginning, or I'm sorry, the end of March is when I launched. And I have over 1,000 leads already, and I do really well every day. Consistently, I get either from my comments or from my lives, anywhere from 15 to 20 leads a day. So coming in, and my conversion rate on my blueprint video or my blueprint email is I have a 45% open rate.
Wow,
And
perfect. Okay.
Okay, and an 11% click rate. So that's
Beautiful.
amazing. And I actually got that up after it was hovering around 5%. And I started putting my, this is just a little thing I started doing when I was commenting back to my TikTok comments, I was saying in parentheses, be sure to check your spam. So I think that has helped. I've seen an uptick in the clicks. So, but the question is, after that, I want to know what I could be doing better because my click rate goes way down and my open rate stays around I'm talking about my campaign, stays around 30%, 25 to 30-ish, with a click rate of the first maybe 5 or 6 emails, it's around 2%, or the highest one is like 3. And then they go way down from there and they're at like 1% or less.
So like, if you look at when does it stop dropping under 5%? Like what email is that?
Under 5. The only one that is getting the only one that's doing above that is the first one. And then after that, the second one is a 2% click rate. Then the next one is a 3.6, and then they go down from there.
Okay, which 2%, you're still over industry average. So that's good.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's not bad. So out of the 1,000 leads, how many customers?
I have had 5.
Okay. Wow. Okay, that's good.
That is good.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Like I'm
For
thinking
brand new. Yes, that is.
Okay. Okay. And then my newsletters, should I be looking at that analytics too? Like, because those are.
How often do you send a newsletter?
Sorry, what?
How often do you send a newsletter?
Several times a week, at least 3 or 4.
And I would kind of do the same advice I had given earlier to Carrie, was, plug them into ChatGPT. If they're lower than 20%, the open rate, plug them into.
Open rate is still good.
Okay.
Open rate is still in the 25% range. It's just the click rate is really low.
Okay. And what is a click rate under 4%, 3%?
Yeah, a lot of them, most of them are, I'm just looking at it right now. Most of them are under 1%.
Okay. Yeah, I would go to look at your call to actions in each of those newsletters, and I would copy and paste them into ChatGPT and say that. I'd say the exact same thing to ChatGPT. Like, hey, my open rate is averaging, my click rate is averaging less than 1% or 1%. This is my audience. Can you redo these call to actions based off of my customer? And then after they give you 3, like ask for 3. And then say, now, can you add more compassion?
Okay.
Create 3 more with compassion, and then say, create 3 more with more empathy. Create 3 more with more heart-centered. And then you literally have 12 ideas, and I would try some of them.
Okay. That's good. Is there, just the fact that they're coming into my system, this is good, or do you think that I maybe need to analyze my content in a different way?
So what is your conversion rate on your funnel?
Let's see. I haven't looked at that in a few days. Hold on. Let me, if I were to go, my capture page, right? Capture page funnel. Okay. Let's see. Overall, it's 18%.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, great. No, you're doing good. That's because here's the thing. You've not been doing this very long yet. So a lot of those 1,000 are in this stage and this stage. So it could take weeks to months for them to convert.
Okay.
Just keep on doing the newsletters. Okay. More will convert out of there. A lot.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay. I actually, it's so funny because I bugged Tim about this. I was like, because I just loved his vibe on his, I was like, do you have a second to just chat with me about this? He said the exact same thing. So he was like, no, you're doing good.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's
some
great.
people need longer. Okay. All right. Just
Oh
keep.
yeah, because you probably got everybody and all, like the ones that bought from you, the 5 were down here. So the other ones are just right up in here. And
They
these
just need a
might
little
be here
more.
for a while. And that's what I tell people all the time. Are you in business just for a season, or are you in business for a reason to build that legacy? And if you are, you want to build that huge email list.
Oh yeah, long term.
You, because you're building a community too. So that's just helping build that as well. So that's amazing.
100%. And then is there an ideal click rate that you're shooting for?
If you can get 20% on or click rate, no, 2% is the industry.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of set my
it was like 5, but
yeah,
okay.
that's my goal. I'm like,
Okay.
right? Because I know if I can get to 5, it's going to be a lot more money made. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, if you're getting over 2, you're actually above industry averages.
Okay. All right. That's great. All right. Well, thank you for the encouragement. This is a great call. Thank you so much.
Love it. No, you're doing good. Congrats. All right. Peggy.
Hi, I am sorry. I do not have a camera on my computer.
That's okay.
Yeah, you don't get to look at my pretty face.
Dang it.
Yeah, but my question has nothing to do with the content. It's about the System 2.0. Do
Okay.
we have to go in and do emails, everything different, or just the 2 funnel pages?
So when you upgrade to 2.0, if you're not already on 2.0, you get 30 emails with that. So you'll just have to go in and edit them and add your ready page and all that to it.
On the email?
Yeah, because if you upgrade to 2.0, you're also going to get 30 emails instead of just 13. We've added more emails.
Oh, okay. All right, you're talking about the responded emails.
Yeah, the email automations that you get.
Yeah. Okay. That's what threw me for a minute. What email?
Yeah. The email automations that come with the system.
Okay. And that's the only thing. You don't have to do everything all over, right?
Well, no, because you already got your domain connected. You'll just unconnect it from your old website, and then you'll reconnect it to your 2.0 website.
Okay. I just have to go back and relearn how to do that.
It's easy. Michelle created some really good videos sharing how to do that.
Okay, good. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. I'm excited for you. Okay, Susan.
There we go. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
My question, you see me there?
Yes, I can see you.
Okay, perfect. So my question is finding my niche. I've been doing the over 50 single or divorced, no children, deep in debt, and thought your life would be different kind of thing. However, I do connect with it. I want to do some of I have a pretty significant testimony story kind of thing. That honestly, like every time I tell it, just moves people. But I have that anxiety of if my work people see it, if other people see it, and trying, and I mean, on here, I don't mind kind of saying it because it's not going to go everywhere, but is being trafficked and being incarcerated and different things like that. And so, yeah, I'm working back as an occupational therapy by the grace of God.
Right. Yeah. And so that's the thing. It's like, there's certain things that you can say and can't say because of your job and because of people, right? So I would just get really honed in on that connection point that you have with your perfect customer that you could just share over and over. So they're like, oh my gosh, I can relate to that. She gets me. I want to learn more from her. That's just kind of what you got to work on. So don't worry about the things that you can't talk about right now, because you can save that story to when you've got freedom in your life, and you can help a bunch of other people with that story.
I don't know if that's on there we go. Okay. Okay. And because I know that, I mean, I put some video that my second part of the question is, just even putting out what my niche has been. All I'm getting are the guys. blowing
And
up.
how long have you been?
Maybe a month, a little under a month.
That's normal. You're
Huh?
doing TikTok, that's
Okay. So, I
it
mean,
took me honestly about 6 months to really, and it still happens, but it was about 6 months of a lot of blocking.
okay.
Mhm.
And it helped me with go in and clean it out. I was worried, like, I want to get to 1,000 so I can do it. But then I was like, I'm doing lives. I'm fine. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, you don't need to have a bunch of people in there, because here's the thing, and that's why I don't agree with like keeping people in there to get an audience, because that's why you're not making money, right? Because you get the wrong audience. Because what happens is if you keep the wrong people in as your followers, and they're the only ones engaging and they're the wrong people, the algorithms are going to find more of them. And then you're never going to make money, and then you're frustrated because you don't have the right following. I block fast. Fast. I don't, like I tell people, it is nothing personal. This is business, right? You're not my perfect customer. There's no reason for you to be hanging out with me on social media. You're not my perfect customer. So, yeah.
And can I ask one other quick question? Mixing the personal as well as business on that one site. So it is for my business, but I throw in, because I'm like, I want to, they want to, I want them to know who I am and what my heart is and that kind of thing. So it's like finding that balance. And I think you might have somewhat talked about it, but it's like that balance between how much personal type things that you put in versus straight legacy, guiding them toward.
You don't want to mess up and create a really, really, really good video, and then they go to your profile, and the next one is something that has nothing to do with business. You've lost them because you've created friction. Like, you can go to my TikTok, and it is my storefront. There is nothing personal whatsoever on there. Now, do I talk about my story in my videos? But it all goes back to business. Now, Facebook is more loose like that. Facebook is more, that's the kind of the platform where you can mix business and personal. TikTok isn't. Like,
okay, that's probably where I've been messing up then. Okay, so just take those off and then just go back to.
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, just keep moving forward with it.
I would make sure when you are adding more personal stuff, it goes, and that's why I got this blueprint, right? It goes back to why you got the blueprint. Then that's just the way TikTok is. It's just more on that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Love it. All right. How do you say your name? A-Z-I-Z. I don't want to say it wrong. You guys, that is my biggest like weakness, because everybody spelled my daughter's name wrong. So I had to watch her all the time, be frustrated. So if I ever just ask it.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, it's Aziz. Aziz.
Okay. Love it. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Michelle.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, so basically, 90% of my questions have already been answered. It's on email marketing. So each time that I have a low open rate on my newsletter or campaign, I have to go to ChatGPT and rewrite them and track how it goes. No, my question is, do you advise to segment our list, like between openers and non-openers, so that if I'm sending my newsletter to the openers, I will have my open rate that will be high.
So how many people do you have on your email list?
I have 600.
Okay, perfect. So what I do is, so do you send out weekly newsletters?
Yes.
Okay. So what I do is I'll send out a weekly newsletter, and Sunday evenings are the best. I just like to schedule them for Sunday evenings because people kind of make different decisions on Sunday evenings. And then 24 hours later, I'll go into it. So Monday night, I'll go into that newsletter, and I'll click on the newsletter I sent, and I'll go to those 3 dots on the right, and I'll click on that, and I'll resend that newsletter to the ones that didn't open.
Okay.
But what I do though is I change the subject line. And then I resend it to the ones that didn't open. And then here's what I do. I rate 48 hours, which is a Wednesday evening. I will go through the ones that didn't open. And I will set my alarm for 10 minutes and I will click on the ones that didn't open. I will scroll down. If they've not opened any of my emails and have been in my email list for 3 weeks, I delete them.
Oh, okay.
Because then what happens is they are messing up my stats, right? I would rather have less in my email list and a more open rate because that's going to push me into the main inbox. Now, a lot of people freak out over that, but I'm like, you guys, you got those leads for free. If you're still consistent on social media, they'll find you again and they'll get back in there when they're ready. So that's what I do.
Okay. Okay, excellent, excellent.
And then when you
Yeah.
get bigger, like then I'll teach you more advanced when you're, when you start getting like thousands of thousands, you just start creating a new tab like every quarter. So then you can kind of do what you just said, then you can segment it that way.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, awesome.
Question.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Love that.
That's all.
Now, you guys, if you're brand new and that was a little advanced, that's okay. This is just some of the cool things that you're going to be able to learn. Okay. EBI, how do you say that? EBI, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How do you say it?
EB.
EB, well, just like it sounds.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's going to be easy to remember. Okay.
So
what question
first,
do you think?
I want to say thank you for your time, your energy, your expertise, all of that. A lot of creators don't do this, so I really appreciate it. Are you able to hear me okay?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, thank you.
So I'm about a week and a half, 2 weeks into Legacy, and I was wondering if I can just share my story with you, and if you wouldn't mind helping me to just like get rid of the okay, so what?
Sure, absolutely.
So I tried leaving a toxic marriage multiple times. I was getting denied apartment after apartment because I was working full time but not making enough income, even with like a full-time job and side hustles. So when I did leave, I was 3 months pregnant, I was homeless, and I had a 3-year-old toddler. I ended up living in a shelter for a while, getting housing through the program, and found this digital marketing space. While I was looking online for a second job, I thought maybe I can work 2 full-time work from home jobs, and was looking for that so I didn't have to drag my kids all around. And so I found the digital marketing course. I've had a lot of courses, no success. And I kept seeing Legacy and was drawn to the 2-hour workday and the allure of like the automations and time freedom and like getting back to my kids. Even though they were with me all the time, I just can't be with them. And I was just like living in scarcity and survival mode.
Wow, your story is amazing. So let me ask you this question. What part, can you share all of that, or are you limited?
I was limited. I am okay to share it now, which has opened me up a bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the most engagement that I see on my platform comes from like trends and like digital marketers who are like, you're doing a good job, like stay at it, or like people who will comment, like they'll comment like info. Like it's kind of bizarre. I have like 6 or 7 people who will comment whatever my CTA is, but then they never go to my funnel.
Okay. Yeah, and that's normal, right? That is normal. You've not been in long enough to really get that type of engagement, but here's your powerful story that I would say. Have you ever been in a toxic marriage and because of finances, you couldn't leave it? That was me but there's your story. There's what you lead off of right there. Like you don't have to really go into in depth, that you couldn't afford apartment. I mean, that will come later. Like when you start going live, you'll kind of share a little bit more of that, but it's just like right there. Have you ever been in a toxic marriage, or are you in a toxic marriage and you can't leave it because of finances? If that's you, this video is for you, because I have to share with you the one thing that I discovered that is teaching me to have my freedom back, my freedom with my family, but my freedom with my finances. So I no longer have to make decisions and stay in a toxic marriage or toxic relationship based off of funds or finances. To me, that's what you lead off of. That's powerful. Yeah. That's
I can try that.
that's the
Thank you.
that's your connection point. You know how many moms that you're gonna be able to save? Yeah. So good. Very good. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for getting out. That's
Thank you.
everything
Thank you.
about you. Good for you, my friend. Love it, love it, love it. All right, Luis. Luis, are you there? Yes. She will reach hundreds of thousands. Yes. All right, Cynthia.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing well, thank you. I usually say I'm still standing. I am a poster child for this type of program because I've been in network marketing, affiliate marketing forever, decades. I'm now a 77-year-old grandmother, great grandmother this year.
Aw.
And I have had the opportunity to find this program and look at the blueprint and just dive right in. And as soon as I was ready to start doing the videos, allergies hit.
Oh no.
And my eyes are watering, my nose is running, my mouth is filling up, and my voice doesn't sound the same. I've done voiceover commercials and everything for television, but this is not the voice. So it's one bad thing, but one good thing is that I made my first $900 sale with the program without
Congratulations.
doing videos. So I was so elated that I forgot to go and take the money out of Square and put it in my bank. That's how excited I was. So I thank you for everything that you're doing. I plan to be with this and make sure it helps other people.
Oh, I love that. Well, thank you for being here, my friend. And congrats. That's so
When,
good.
when I have an opportunity, the voice will be back and I'll do the videos and go through all of the blueprint. But for now, it is wearing on my thought
Well,
process.
you get better soon.
I will do that and I will share with other people because my whole point is to help people get
Yes.
into the virtual part and stay in business. And that's
I
my whole
love that.
point. So I'll be working on that. Thank you.
Good for you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Roxanne, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are
Good.
you?
Good.
I've been in the business for I think 3 or 4 weeks, very, very new. I'm very new to the TikTok world, but I am very familiar with network marketing. Was in the space for like 12 years. And unlearning some of those techniques have been really stretching me. So I'm super grateful for you because I know you came out of that space as well. So you get what I'm saying. My question for tonight is I just learned about the free ads campaign. And of course, that was something I didn't like or enjoy really so much because of coming from network marketing comes across very like salesy and spammy and all that great stuff. But I have seen other people have great success with it. And I hate to leave money on the table. So with all that, do I still target the same niche? My hooked on phonics is coming through. Or do I just target people that are just like trying to work from home? So is it like a different target?
Yeah, so what I did is because I kind of visualize like who would be going there, right? You know, who would be going to these places looking for work from home jobs, right? Typically moms or parents. And so all of my ads, I would go to Google and I'd be, what is the top 10 family-friendly cities in Texas? And it would pull up the top 10 family-friendly cities. And then my ad would be like, attention moms in Austin wanting to make income around their children. Or attention moms in Houston wanting to learn to make daily pay around her family. And that was my headline. And I would use the exact same headline for 7 days straight, 7 to 10 days straight, because I would want it to really kind of saturate out there. And so that's what I use. And I just said, no MLM. It was not sales at all. I just said, no MLM, no monthly expenses, must have Wi-Fi or internet, must have cell phone or laptop, must have 2 hours a day, and learn how to make 300 a day online. And then I had actually created a short YouTube video breaking down the free ads strategy. And I said, here's how here's how it works. And then below that was my domain. And I just copied and pasted the exact same ad.
Okay, yeah, I have been putting some of that into a Word doc, and then I think I started using Asana, just trying to keep track of like what am I doing, the 10 cities a day. Well, I'm trying to do at least, I think I started like 3 days ago, so of course I'm wanting results right away. But I am really excited about that next one. And then of course the next thing I'm going to work on is what you guys were talking about, the newsletter, so I have to upload that. But I'm really excited about this because I love that I don't have to harass my friends and family.
Yes.
There's freedom in that in itself. Like people
Yes.
don't understand the struggle that we go through.
You know what, it's so funny because I have people now coming to me like, why didn't you tell me about this? I'm like, didn't I annoy you when I did network marketing? They're like, but that's different. I'm like, how's it different? I don't have to bother people. Then they're like, I'm interested. And that's so funny. It's like, yeah, it's amazing.
But
how
I see myself doing it sometimes and I'm like, no. Just I'm
don't
not,
do it.
don't even talk about it. And I'm one of the rare ones where I actually love my job. So I'm not one that's bashing my job. So, but it is part-time. So this helps supplement and it helps build my retirement. So it's a different reason why I'm in it. Like I know we all have our own story, but that was mine. Yeah. Very cool. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Thank you so much for doing these calls. These are super helpful because I'm thinking about things that I'm not even thinking of. So these training calls are really exciting. So I am definitely planning to join all of them. So thank you so much.
Hey, glad you're here. Love it. Somebody asked where to find it. It is in your program. Go to your program. It's in Kajabi and go to the marketing and go down there and you'll see the copy and paste a free ad strategy. Yep, it's in your program. All right, Lloyd. Yay, Rhonda, I'm glad you learned so much. Okay, we'll go to Brian. You bet, Susan. I'm trying to get as many questions as I can.
Michelle.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Thanks for all your hard work. I've been out for the last 3 months. I had double bypass surgery.
Oh my goodness. How are you?
And it's rough. It's not for the faint of heart. But
well, you look great.
Oh, I tell you what, it feels like I have a new heart.
Woohoo!
I mean, it's awesome. It's really awesome. I spent the first month in the hospital, the second month in the rehab center, and I'm finally home trying to catch up. Before I went in, I was making videos, and now I'm just trying to wrap my head around where should I jump back in?
Yes, I would jump back in with that story. I would literally jump back in with that story. And this is what I would say. This is what I love about this business, because I've been in rehab, getting back my health. Now I got a new heart. And you guys, this business was waiting for me. That's what I love. I didn't get fired from a boss. Nothing like that. Now I still have the ability to start making an income online. Yep, that's what I do. And share that. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Michelle. And
thank you. And we're glad you're back and you look great. A new heart, going to be all spunky out there. I love it.
You should have seen me before I had this beard and I had hair, and I just decided I'm getting work done on my chest. It's like I just don't want to deal with hair, so I took it all off.
Love it. That's a video, by the way. That's so good. That's really good.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. We're so happy you're here. All right. Roseanne, is that how you say that, or is it Rosanna? Which?
Yeah, it's Roseanne.
Roseanne, I was right the first time. See, I should have questioned myself.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you so much for all you do. I had two questions. One, I would say similar to everybody else, I think I haven't mastered like my niche. I feel like there's so many people I could relate to, and I don't really know which one to focus on.
Okay.
I'm married and I'm also a nurse, and we were pregnant with our first child, and I was in the hospital working, and I was pulling up a patient and I had a miscarriage. And so that kind of put me in a headspace where like I can't just stay at the bedside forever, especially if my end goal is to have a family. And all the nurses I know, we all have 2 jobs anyway. So I thought, well, maybe I could focus on nurses who are tired of having 2 jobs because 1 job is enough or stressful enough, or like married people who are either afraid of having children because they know they can't afford it, or don't want to have a child in their current situation when they know they have like a lot of debt and things like that.
Yeah. No, that's, to me, I would go after the nurses because you can relate to how they're feeling and what they're going through and having to get multiple jobs. And some of them are afraid to have a family because financially they can't afford to have a family right now. And that's why this is such a phenomenal way to make income, because nurses work crazy hours, but your automated system will always be out there working for you. Yeah, that's what I'd go after.
Awesome. And my last question is, do you recommend like, because my husband recommended, because I'm also fluent in Creole, to target like to make the same video but to translate it in another language. And
Well,
I thought,
here's
like,
the downfall of that. If they don't understand English, how are they going to go through the program?
okay, gotcha.
And then that would add a lot of customer service to you. And I don't think it's worth it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
I don't want you to add more work, my friend. Okay. Less work, more money. How's that? All right. Okay. So you guys, I am going to do, we have Reen next, Chrissy, Luis, Sean, and Lloyd, and then I'm out. We've been on 3 hours. All right. Go ahead, my friend.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, hi. It's been 1 year and I've been with you, so I'm happy to actually meet you. My name is Rain. I don't know where my story is because I've had cancer twice. I medically retired from the police department. The COVID put me in a really homeless state because I lost my business of 7 years, and I was doing MLM for 10 years, and my partner passed away. So it's so much. I'm like,
Oh
which
my
avenue do
goodness.
I talk about? But I know I'm inspiring. I know that.
So let me ask you this question. If you can think of, like, you're sitting in the room with that perfect customer, who is that person that you could just pour into and talk to and your heart would smile?
The person that was either battling cancer or homeless, both those I can actually relate to a lot. So that's who I should be into.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, and one more question. I've been
And it doesn't even have to be, it can be people just have dealt with an illness, that it changed the direction of your life.
Yeah, it did
Right?
majorly.
And that's what, you know, many people that you can give hope to that are going through that or similar illness.
Okay, thank you. And I do get a lot of responses, But I did make some sales in the last year, not as many as I would like to, but I'm grateful that I made some. And my emails are like at 414. And I'm like, should I be more along from a year time?
Depends. Have you
Or
been
it's just
consistent this
maybe I'm,
whole year?
no.
There you
There are
go.
times where I was,
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
Yeah,
All right,
just
thank you.
be consistent, my friend, and 3 a day, and lean into people that are dealing with illnesses that have just taken them out. Then you can help them.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a
Yeah.
good night.
Being here, love it. All right, Chrissy. All right, Lewis. Try again. You should be able to unmute. Okay, keep on trying. I'm going to go to Sean real quick here. Sean?
All right, yes, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, not not too bad, can't complain. So,
Good.
I just had a couple of questions. So I just started 3 days ago, and
Glad you're here.
I'm trying to, of course, navigate because I'm looking through some of the templates and some of the program part. So, what will be my main focus on that to go through the program? Am I just going through all the lessons and then start posting, or how would I go about that?
Yeah, so this is, which program did you get?
I got the Legacy Builder where I have a chance to get my what is it called? This certificate.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Or
this program right here. So what I would do is just log into your program.
okay.
Have you joined our community yet? Access Community?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so then I just would go through it, click here to get started, right? These videos are super short, like what to expect, 4 minutes.
Okay.
What is
'Cause-
passive income, 5 minutes? I would start going through these videos.
Okay.
Then here is your launch kit now, but here's what I would do, okay? So when you're going through the launch kit, don't go through these all at once, right? Because I want you to really start going through your automated Freedom Machine, because I want you to be learning and earning at the same time. So go in
Okay.
here and start setting up your automated system.
Okay. And then, like I said, because I went through at least about 10 of them in a couple of days. So I've been kind of learning at the same time. Because I seen one video where you said that just go ahead and start basically like posting. And especially right now, I know I haven't got my website set up yet, but I was just trying to make sure I'm on the right track, for the
Yeah, I would get that website
first.
set up so you can learn and earn. But here's something else I would do too, is when you're inside our community, go to, if you have not made your introduction post yet, go do that. So people can
Okay.
just get to know you. It's really cool. But then once you do that, start on the Freedom Sprint. This is so beginner friendly. Like go to day 1 through 30 and then just start here, because it literally breaks you down like how the power of social media, what platforms, going viral, the Freedom Machine. It literally breaks everything down for you. And they're super short. Like that one was 8 minutes. This one was 11 minutes. So they're super short. Just slowly start going through them as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I just had another question. So, I've been listening to all you guys, have your opinions about how you want social and all that. But I said, I think I want to go in the direction of like traveling. So, because I know a lot of people, they want to travel or don't have enough money to travel, especially if you played sports in your youth, or, you need extra money for your kids, because, I've seen that as a problem sometimes, at least from my experience. But I also make sure that if that's the right direction, how would I word that?
Well,
That's
I
my
mean, to
question.
me, that's what's great about the Freedom Machine, right? Because as long as you have Wi-Fi, cell phone, or computer, you can do this business from anywhere.
Right.
And I love the fact that people can get their income earning activities done in 2 hours a day. They have the rest of the day to do the things that they love, but their automated system can be working out there for them. And so that's
Okay.
lean in on. I mean, there's so many people in our community now that get to travel. We have several that literally sold their home and are in motorhomes traveling the world now because of this. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you and welcome. So glad you're here. Love it, love it. All right, Luis, you are unmuted. Let's go.
Hi, Michelle. How are
How
you?
are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yes. I bought the Launchpad since December of last year. Actually, that was my birthday gift to myself because my
good for
birthday
you.
is on the 4th of December.
Mhm.
So I said I'm gonna invest in myself, and I did that. But I was too shy to do videos, contents and stuff like that. However, I said, I'm not gonna let another few months pass by without me doing anything. So I started posting, but I just need to find out what I did the introduction, and I need to know what are my target customers, or who should I target, because I'm not really a single mom as per se, because I have 2 boys and they're already grown. I'm actually a
Okay.
grandmother. So I just want to know, or what should I say in my videos then?
So who,
Once,
I mean, why are you doing this?
well, to get that financial freedom, first of all, I do have quite a few bills I want to, take care of. I want to be able to travel,
Yeah.
and get that time freedom that I'm, so longing for.
And
So
see,
I
to me,
just want to
that's your
know.
audience, right? That's your audience. Say, you guys, I launched my business because I'm not only a mom, I'm also a grandma. I need money to retire, but I also want money to be able to travel the world, and a job would not.
Okay, okay.
That's your
Okay.
audience. Mhm.
Okay. I have one of my past schoolmate just today. She was well, she watched one of my video and she was interested. So I explained to her, because I have my website and domain name, everything is already set up for me. One other question for the emails, the automated emails. Once they're finished, do you have to create more emails, or how does that part work?
Well, no, because you have the automations, you just need to start sending weekly newsletters as well when you start building your email list.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, and I would make sure you're going through that freedom sprint, because I literally, in that freedom sprint, I walk you through how to build an email list, how to create newsletters, and all that's in there as well.
okay, okay. I haven't gone through all the training
That's fine.
really. I'm still, learning. So yeah,
no
because I
problem.
said once I start making sales, I'm gonna upgrade, where I'm gonna go up to the
Good for you.
$300.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, so that's what I want to do.
I tell people
Yeah,
all the
but
time, Launchpad is a great place to start, but it's not a great place to stay, right? When you get a few customers, get your business in profit mode, get some more customers that upgrade to the passive daily pay blueprint, and then just keep
Okay.
upgrading until you get all 4 income streams. Yeah.
Okay, and one last question, Michelle. In terms of doing the video, do I have to put hashtag on each of my videos, or?
Yes, always add hashtags.
Oh,
Not on the video,
okay.
but in the description, because that's just that helps your videos become more searchable.
Okay, because well, I haven't gone live as yet, which
that's fine.
I'm only like 300 and almost 340 followers, so I'm just there. But what I noticed, each time I put out a video, I'll get like 1 or 2 followers, or maybe
Good.
3,
And
4
imagine
the
how that will
most. Yeah.
compound over time, right?
Right,
We
right.
get so caught up on immediate, but just think about how it's going to compound over time. So
Okay,
awesome.
okay.
I'm proud of you for being here. Good questions, by the way. All right, Lloyd, we're going to try it again. 3rd time's charm. Let's see if Lloyd can unmute. Interesting. I don't know if it's because you guys are on an iPhone or why some people are having a hard time unmute. Can we try one more time? Okay, Lloyd, I'll have you work on it. I'm going to go to Chrissy real quick. Okay, Chrissy, can you unmute? You should be able to click on it and you should be able to unmute. What does that mean, Trisha? Okay, Sean, did you have another question or did you just raise your hand again? Or did I not and lower your hand?
Yes, I had a quick question. I just thought about something. So, the person we signed up underneath, is that our mentor or are you just our primary mentor?
I mean, this is my community, so I just mentor you guys to success. But yeah, also the person that you purchase from, you can always reach out to them for questions as well. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You bet. Okay, I don't know why you guys can't unmute. Everybody else could. That is so great. You gotta click on your little microphone down there to unmute. Huh. I don't know. Weird. Because you gotta click on your microphone. So what is it saying when you click on it? Yeah, but I'm allowing them to unmute just like I did you guys. So I've been clicking on it. Huh. Well, I don't know. Big up yourself to, oh, we are proud of you. Got it. Okay, Denise said if they're on a cell phone, they need to swipe to one side to get to the mute and picture. There you guys go. So swipe to one side. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, woo, 3 hours. Hopefully you guys learned a lot. Yeah, you guys can ask your question in the chat real quick because I'm going to get off of here. I'm out of water. I went through a whole bottle of water. So I'm on my laptop and it's giving me the host not allowing. Because Mary, you've not asked for me to unmute. They have their hand up and they're asking to unmute. I mean, you guys, I've just been on a call for 3 hours and everybody was able to unmute. But I would love to ask, Chrissy, just ask your question real quick and I can answer it. Probably a technical glitch happens to me a lot. Oh, Lloyd, ask your question. I can answer real quick. Oh my goodness. So this video is going to be done in 2 parts because in the middle we got shut off. So anyway, all right, everybody, thanks for joining us. Have an awesome day. And if you're in the Legacy Builder, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.